Hi guys, welcome to the XAT video. In this video, I'm going to give you a complete overview about what happened in the XAT paper. So XAT is one of the most difficult exam you will ever take, and the problem is XAT is coming along with all the wrong time. This Jan 5th to Jan 9th, this weekend Jan 10th. This weekend is the worst weekend of any MBA's lifetime. This weekend you're going to get your CAT results. This weekend SNAP results will come out. This weekend you're taking XAT, the most difficult exam, where the cutoff is just 1/3 of the paper. If you're able to score 1/3 in quant section and 1/3 in verbal section, you can expect a cutoff from XLRI. Fine. This week you are getting the NMAT results. So this week is a very bad week. And trust me, every MBA aspirant have cried in this time, including me. Yep. So be prepared for that. So let's move back to the XAT section now. Fine. So as I told you, the paper is going to be very tough. So you can't complete the paper. So don't do that as well. Don't go with the mindset that today you're not going to complete the paper, but you are there to find out all the easy questions which are there in this XAT paper and solve them. Yep. These are the main colleges which are taking the XAT scores. There are few more colleges, but these are the main colleges which are there in my list, or these are the recommended colleges which I would recommend you to apply. The cutoffs and all we'll talk about in some time, but just to give you a flavor of the colleges. It's not like that. SPGen, some of you might be surprised to see all these colleges. Now these are the colleges which are taking other exams as well. For example, SPGen is taking CAT score, XAT score and GMAT score, all these three scores. So it doesn't mean that they're only taking this exam. Same for Goa Institute of Management as well. But apart from that, all the X-based colleges, XLRI, XAMB, they are only taking XAT scores. Moving to the overall breakup of the exam. So there will be total 3 hours exam, out of which 140 minutes will be spent on this and 40 minutes will be for the essay writing. Yeah, so 2 hours 20 minutes for this section and 40 minutes for the essay, total 3 hours. So the new change which have happened here is the GK is now added to this area. This means GK have also become an integral part of the exam. So cutoff or GK will also become important. Fine. So the only change this year as compared to last year is that GK is added as a main exam, as a main part of the exam. Earlier GK and essay used to be separate and we used to be considered extra, but now GK is part of that. So there will be a sectional cutoff for GK as well, which I'm going to talk about now in some time. Fine. Now these are your cutoffs, or how much you should target in the exam. Decision making 25 questions. Your target score is 6. Fine. Almost 1/4 of the paper you have to solve. Verbal and logic 10 out of 30 questions. DI quant 12 out of 36. Again 33. If you are able to solve 1/3 of the paper, you are God. GK again 1/4. So the area where you are not familiar with, your target is to do 1/4 of the paper, and the area where you are comfortable with, which you have seen in CAT other exams, you have to do 1/3 questions. So 1/3, 1/4. That's your overall moti number of questions to solve. Yep. Essay writing is a separate part, so will be considered as a separate. Now that's a very important slide which I have kind of compared all the 4 sections on one page. Decision making 20 question. That's your ideal breakup of your time of 140 minutes. 30 minutes for decision making, 50 minutes for the verbal section, 60 minutes for the quant section. That's a moti thumb rule. You can change this number according to your liking, but that's my moti thumb rule I'm giving you. In 30 minutes you have to solve 10 questions, so you have to do 1/3 question, almost 1/3 of the minute, so 3 minutes per question, which is decent enough time. Verbal, out of 15, 16 you have to do, out of 30, half of them you have to do. Verbal section was fairly easy in XAT last year. Fine. Quant and verbal, out of 36, 20 is the target. So the moment you do 20 questions, out of them if you do 14 right, you are able to clear the cutoff for XAT. Same for verbal, 10 if you are right and 6 right. Yep. So that's a moti. Please pause the video and take a note of all these things. Fine. Now moving to the cutoff page. Now XLRI will have a cutoff of approximately 90 percentile overall, and with sectional cutoff for these 3 areas and GK percentile as well. This year GK is also being counted, so 70 percentile will be the cutoff. Same for HR as well. HR verbal cutoff will be a little bit higher than the normal, otherwise everything else will be a little less than the normal cutoff. SPJN have got two cutoff, non-profile based and profile based. 85 percentile is if you have a profile with 2 years plus work ex and other things they also look at. XAMB overall 94 percentile cutoff with a sectional cutoff as the 3. IMT Ghaziabad 92. IMT Ghaziabad in fact they take 92 percentile in any exam, let it be CAT or XAT. TAPMI 50 percentile. TAPMI is a very good college which is kind of a underplayed for most of the people because the fact that TAPMI not many people apply or know about the TAPMI college. But TAPMI is cutoff is low not because the college is bad. Cutoff is low because they want more people to attend the GDPI so that they can screen everyone and find out the good candidate, which is actually a good thing to do. This thing is done by TAPMI and XLRI. They give a call to more people so that they can select the right people. Followed by Goa Institute of Management around 77 percentile cutoff. Yeah, now some of you might be getting confused that how I know my percentile. What do you mean by 90 percentile in XAT or 92 percentile in QUANT? I've given you this another sheet here. It is approximately marks cutoff. So overall you have to target 28 for XAT, XLRI, verbal 10, 6, 4, 14, 12. Yep, 4 is a cutoff. You might be surprised how out of 40 only 4 is a cutoff. That's a fact because last year we had a student who got 4.75 marks in verbal last year, GK last year, but got a call from XLRI even though overall was 99 percentile. So he got a call, so cutoff will be around 4. Apart from that, no other B school have got a sectional cutoff. All of them have got a main cutoff. XIMB will have a sectional cutoff again. As these things. I'm sorry, this is the marks written here. 6. Minimum 6 question right. Yeah. Now moving to section wise. Quant section, now there's another detailed video about the quant section, but this is just an overview about what happened. Now if you move to the quant section, there were this among of the total question there were 10 easy, 12 medium, 14 difficult question. So your target is to play along this 22 question and your target is to get 12 to 14 marks out of that. Fine. The main area again dominated by geometry, arithmetic. Yeah, but overall level of difficulty was more difficult than CAT exam. So be prepared for tough exam. So you have to find the easy question and do all of them. Yep. Alright, so probably attempt around 15-18 question was doable in last year paper. Out of that, if you're getting 14 marks, great. That's enough for your getting cut off from the XLRI. Moving to the verbal section was fairly easy as compared to what normally happen in the XAT exam. So verbal section was comparatively easy. So critical reasoning, the best part was there no vocab, no speech, no analogies. Fine, fill the blanks were easy. RC passages were all tough, all inference based RCs. Your target is to get 10 marks in this section. Yep. There's a detailed video on verbal as well, so please see that video. Now from last 2 years, decision making have become a separate section of the exam, and trust me, this is ignored by most of the students. Fine, so I wanted to work on these 2 areas. Now all the topics were quite good questions, and there were a lot of questions which were based on the current affairs like Anna Hazare movement and 2G scam. So be prepared for the current affair, be abreast with all the current affairs. So this you can expect a question on Colgate or CAG, all these kind of things. Fine, again I'll be launching a separate video for the decision making, so be prepared for that. Within decision making there were 10 easy questions, 5 medium and 10 tough. So your target is to do all these 10 easy questions and get yourself. Cutoff was last year 6 marks in this section. So if you're doing 10, getting 6, wonderful. Don't waste your time in doing every question. You will not be able to do every question. I can tell you from starting only. GK had a very good mix of static GK and current affair. So be prepared for that. If you have joined the Cetking GK material online, which is more than sufficient for that, especially the GK prepathon and GK marathon will be very good for you people to go through that. Fine. GK till what month? I will recommend you till this month, that is till November. GK would be till November. Current affair will be good. So last 1 year, complete 1 year, current affairs will be a good thing to do. Essay writing is normally a social issue which is based on the current affairs. So corruption was a essay question last year. Fine. So this time you can expect a social issues or current affair based question as well. Fine, all the best. If you want to join us, you can join us on Cetking.com or 9820500380. But one thing again I want to tell you again and again, I'm talking about this thing, that XAT paper is the most difficult exam this is. Trust me, more difficult than CAT. Out of 30, if there are 30 questions in one section, trust me, finding out 10 questions will be a problem. So don't get bogged down. First 5 questions are very difficult, no problem. Leave all of them. Your target is to just solve 1/3 of the paper. Trust me, getting 33% marks is more than sufficient for that, and that's very difficult to score. Fine. So go to the exam with the point of view that paper is gonna be tough. You are there to find the easy question and do them. Yeah. Don't waste your time solving every question. You won't be able to do that. It's impossible to solve the complete XAT paper. Yep. Apart from that, I would recommend you to do all the actual questions of XAT paper. Just Google them out, you'll find all the actual papers of XAT. So last few years paper, just go through them to know the idea of the kind of questions which are coming, so you're prepared.